A hello to you, Infinite. I reached out to you because I saw a win from you in the e-commerce campus. You were applying to advanced for the advanced chat. So, what has your e-commerce journey been like? Did you have prior experience before you joined the real world?
Yeah, I've been doing this since like 2012.
Oh wow.
I've been drop shipping. Like I was drop shipping before drop shipping was a thing, before people just like catched on to it. So I've been doing this like since its early stages. Since
Mhm.
2012, I was drop shipping like weird stuff like prop guns and stuff that people are interested in, like stuff that people aren't really thinking about. And I was getting away with it. I was really fortunate, just being creative.
Right.
Just buying the
How
right
did you
things.
get into it since you were that early?
There was this guy named Roger Langell. He's like this internet guy or whatever, and he was selling courses like back in the day. And there's a course called I think it was like retiring in 365, and he had like a method to like retire in like 90 days. It's like 90 days until retirement. And he was teaching e-commerce and stuff like that, and he taught me how to like like title certain things. He taught me how to find products. He taught me how to like copy and paste descriptions, copy and paste pictures. And this is like in its early stages, like 2012, 2014, 2016. And just taught me how to um, like resize pictures to where, my competitors can't take my picture and search the web and find exactly that product. So, I can make my profit comfortably, and I just keep making the money. So, I was just finding stuff that people couldn't find. I was buying stuff from Walmart and selling it on Amazon. I was buying stuff from Amazon, selling it on eBay. Some stuff I was drop shipping from eBay to customers. So, you know, I've sold everything everywhere. And when the pandemic hit, um, I'm the first person to, you know, I think I adjusted Amazon's shipping policies because of me, because, like this mask and this COVID stuff came, and I started selling masks, and I just bought a whole bunch from China at the time, and I think I was just ahead of my time with that. Like I was very fortunate in that situation. I made money, but it's like there's a lot of price gouging and stuff like that around the time, so it was very easy to like put a Amazon logo or Prime logo and sell a whole bunch of masks on different accounts. You
Mhm.
know, but I've sold on every platform, like literally Mercari, Poshmark, and it's very early stages. Just based off my broad knowledge and like stuff that I know from just selling online and just my case study on the market, just using merchant words and stuff like that, and using software to like make listings and stuff like that. A lot of people fail to realize that it's not just based off the human mind. Like before AI, we had software, we had merchantwords.com, we had certain things that can make your listing look like gold and attract buyers, and you don't have to pay for Google ads or none of that stuff because your title is so good that when people research certain things per month, it draws it straight to your page regardless. Is so there's like little tricks you can use and stuff like that, but you have to have capital. So recently I started selling on eBay, probably like the past 2 years or whatever, but my store's been open, like this store has been open since January, and it's been doing great. I've been selling vacation rentals, and I just buy it from RCI, and I post it on eBay, and I pretty much send a customer reservation confirmation, and they pretty much know what they're buying because it's through eBay, and eBay has buyer's protection. So like, it's a safe place to park your capital. Um, so when I saw Andrew Tate just talking about so much different things, like the real world, I just saw what he was going through, and I was going through the same things because a lot of my stores, I was making a lot of money, but I was with these quarrelsome women that were like bringing me down, and I was arguing with my ex girlfriend, my baby's mother, and she put me in jail over nonsense. So like I kind of related to Andrew's like situation because he was on house arrest and like I'm on house arrest, but I'm still making tons of money. Like, what I
Mhm.
mean, they can't like stop me from making money because my mind's like still there. I still understand the blueprint of my mind is so strong. I've sold so much things online that you know, it's like it's an infinite chance, keep doing it as long as you keep trying, as long as you keep listening. And then now we have TikTok, we have these new things, and we have like networking with like powerful people. So like the real world in general, I think it's a great program, and it inspired me in general, to see other people that are willing to like try harder and take accountability for certain things, like physical accountability. Like I thought that was really cool. Um, and in general, I didn't really have a, a way to speak to people that were like minded like me, other than a cult, like a Freemason cult or whatever. But this is like the obvious. You know what I mean? Like the real world is a real deal. Um, Andrew Tate, he's smart because he made so much people believe in what he's talking about, and it's rational thinking. It's not like it's like anything far fetched. Anybody that thinks that this is not real is like they have mental issues and just don't accept reality. Like this is what the truth is: creating ideas, building, networking, and putting like things to action, but at the same time being in shape. You know what I mean? Like taking accountability for things you say. Stop watching porn. Like that was a very big thing for me. Um, when I saw Andrew Tate's speeches, like he's like, stop watching porn, like stop jerking off, like your ancestors are watching you, like and rolling in their grave, like that shit is real. It hit me when he said that, because so much of our generation is just exhausting their like testosterone on themselves instead of like working out every day, studying, learning new skills, posting, and learning and growing and actually seeing progress in an upward like in an upward spiral, not just what I mean, doing something and quitting, or just being fucking average. Or like, so in general, I just feel like the real world is. I mean, it's good for the world in general. It's good for the world, and it's good that he's not locked up. It's good that he's not in jail. It's good that he like resurfaced back on the web, because it's made the world a better place in general. So
Mhm.
that's how I personally feel about it.
Yeah. That
But
was a lot to break down there. I'll begin with since you have so much experience with dropshipping, e-commerce, why did you initially decide to still join the real world?
because because you always want to integrate with things that are bigger than you, people that are bigger than you. You want to keep fucking going. You don't want to just, okay, I understand this, but like when Andrew Tate said that meme, I think it was like I think he said like on an Instagram post, he said that some people, like rich people, said that, oh well, rich people don't do this, rich people don't do that. Well, he said that, you know, I might know someone that's richer than you, and like the richest guy you know is not as rich as the guy I know. So when I thought about that, I'm like, there's a bigger network of people. So you want to just network with people that are like tech giants and people that move $100 million in one shot. And you know, I'd rather link with the people like that, because the people that I've known, are just, they're peasants, and they're trying to make me do all the work, and I'm not gonna do all the work for people that are ungrateful. I'd rather do the work for like Bill Gates, like Andrew Tate, like Elon Musk. I'd rather get like closer to those people versus the 97% that I know. It just hasn't worked out. It just hasn't been a tangible exchange. So I said, you know what? I don't mind paying, to like join the real world, or paying for a course, or paying $1,000 for a course. Like I've done it before, and I've done it to the wrong people. Like Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Luke, all of his like his whole network of people are people that take things extremely serious. Like that's why even this interview, I made sure I was on time, because I just didn't want to let anybody down.
Mhm.
So
Since you mentioned you've joined other courses and now you're in the real world as well, you paid $50 to get into it. How does the real world compare to the other courses you've tried?
the real world makes you take accountability for certain things. Like you can't just go in the real world and just think you're gonna just interact with everybody and just network and just send your links to people and just get by. You're gonna actually have to you know take the courses, engage, and toggle through certain things and complete certain things to get to certain places. And so there's no like jumping from one thing to another. Like this course, like this system that he has is like really like school. It's like college and stuff like that. Like you can't just just jump the whole free curriculum. Like you have to go through everything step by step, deadline by deadline. It's all mathematical. It's orderly. It makes perfect sense. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Did you learn any new insights since joining, or has it mainly been for the community aspect that you came in?
I really just did it for the community aspect. Like I already have a broad knowledge of everything that I
Mhm.
need to know in life. Whatever I need to sell, I know I can sell. I know what what sells for what price it sells for. I know that everything has a market value. So realistically, I just really wanted to just see who's on the network, see what they're talking about. See if I can integrate. With their ideas. See if like somehow like I can just link like two and two. You know what I mean? You just find a group of people to work with that are smarter than me or a little better than I am.
Mhm. And how has that experience been then in terms of the community aspect? Did you get what you were expecting?
Yeah.
Is there any more to add there on how on how you got what you were expecting?
As far as like, just like I'm learning more about AI. I'm learning more about AI, and it's helped me with just the courses and just running through them and just I've utilized AI apps more. I've spent more money on software with AI, and I've gotten more done. I mean, stuff that would have took me 45 minutes now takes me 10 minutes now. And if I never watched that course, I would have never have known that. So it's like it's a he's giving a lot for $50. If people can't pay $50, like it's just pure ignorance because
Mhm.
like I've seen the information in there and it's a tangible exchange completely.
Mhm. Okay. what What would you say for how different your average day is now compared to before you joined the real world? Has there been any kind of change?
I've done a lot more. I've done more workouts. I've worked out more because every day I log on. I'll stop by the physical accountability tab and I'll see like what some people have done. Some people have ran miles. Some people have done 1,000 push-ups. Some people have done 500 burpees. Um, a lot of people have done a lot of workouts on there, so it kind of makes you conscious of like what you're doing and what you should be doing and how hard you should be working. So like that's definitely changed. Like physical accountability is important um, because if you're not in shape, that means you don't care about yourself and you're lazy. So that, that's one of the points that he makes. So he expects you to take accountability for yourself.
Mhm. Very good point. And what kind of an impact has Tate had on you?
It's an extreme impact on my life in general. Um, that's why I repost a lot of his body of work because he kind of reminds me of Jim Rohn. Um, Jim Rohn,
Yep.
he's like a more extreme version of Jim Rohn to me. I'm not sure if you know who Jim Rohn is, but Andrew
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tate's he's kind of like that to me. But like he's more firm when he speaks about certain stuff. Um, it's more on point. Makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
So I mean, the only people that don't like him are like the feminists and like the people that are just like really sensitive and the people that just they don't want to be like manly people. I mean, it's the only group of people that don't like him.
Where does your name come from? Because your handle on the real world is Infinite Intelligence.
Yeah. So
How's
so
it?
my Instagram, so like that handle comes from like it's like I am infinite intelligence. It's like guidance, pretty much. It's like infinite intelligence, guides me in all ways. So like that's why my name is I am infinite intelligence. Infinite
Mhm.
intelligence is like immutable law, pretty much guide you in all ways. It's like God, Allah, whoever it is you serve. Um, that's pretty much what it means, and that's why that's my handle online. So it's just anything, like anything's possible. So I am
Mhm.
infinite intelligence, like you're infinite intelligence. Andrew Tate's like infinite intelligence, like he's his own form of infinite intelligence. So I mean, we all are.
Okay. Nice. Now, getting back into the real world and e-commerce, monetarily, how much can you relate in terms of monetary gains to the real world?
How much can I relate to monetary gains as far as the real world? You said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I can relate, like, a quick 30,000 just from the inspiration from it, just to drive, just seeing all his videos on so many platforms. I'm always reposting his videos, so I always have the idea of marketing and doing more and learning another, body of work that I can work on, or like a project, try and get results. So that's how, I mean, it's helped me.
A bit more on how did that 30,000 come about? For as in how did the real world help that 30,000? You make that 30,000.
I would just work more intensely. Just I use my pockets of time more intensely. I mean, it's just every pocket of time that I have is an intense pocket of time.
Mhm.
And I
Okay.
take it a little bit more serious now. When I
And that
hear
was
some,
because of the community within the real world that pushed you to work harder?
just seeing the different stuff that people's doing, like there's different, level of work. It's level of intensity. So when I see all that stuff, like, by extension, I want to work harder. Especially when you have like the daily Tate, he says something every day. I take that seriously.
Yeah, fair enough. And since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading then in the short term, medium term, and long term?
So I have this company that I opened up around July. It's called I Am Ecommerce. I wanted to like pretty much have like a global partnership with everything that's related to like e-commerce and stuff like that, and create like just a really big system, and just teach people more about e-commerce and making stores and creating ideas, and just drop shipping and selling physical products, um, and not being scared to park their money in the market. Like that's the main thing about e-commerce that's most important to me. Like not being scared to park your money, because some things are not going to work out, some things are going to work out. But in general, um, that's my message. I just want everybody to, you know, post their ideas online. If they're going to do a store, start a store. Make sure you put like about 90% of your money into whatever you're investing into, and only spend 10% on yourself. But
Mhm.
as far as like your store or like your brand, I think you should put 90% in it.
Okay, interesting. And now to wrap up then, for people who are unsure about joining the real world because maybe they think it could be a scam for the $50, what advice would you have to them?
I mean, in general, I think that saving $50 because you want to be ignorant about a situation, not working or being skeptical about something, that, you know, they have a certain amount of users that's joined. You know what I mean? So if 200,000 people join or 300,000 people join, like why wouldn't you join? It doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. It's just people with common sense. You know what I mean? I don't believe it's a scam at all, because I've seen it with my own eyes. So in general, I just think that some people they'll never spend that $50 on what's important. They'll just go spend it on something that's not going to give them anything back. That's tangible. So I think that it's actually too cheap. It should be a little bit more,
Mhm.
because the information that he's providing is stuff that is. I mean, it's 100 years of information. Like it seems like Andrew Tate came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
and and he's like this freaking Einstein. He's like this. He's just like like this god almost, like this information god. So if this guy is being attacked by the media, there's so much attention on him. He's the number one um, research guy in the world. Why the hell would anybody want to follow his footsteps, or at least follow the path that he's on, regardless of what anybody's saying? Because all the other shit is just haram. It's nonsense. It's chaos. You know what I mean? It's not fundamental. It's not mathematical. It's not orderly. The real world is orderly. Everything else is bullshit. Like this is the real deal, as far as like if you want to take your life serious. It's not just a scam that Andrew Tate's doing. It's something that he's built up, that took him time, that took him effort. You know what I mean? That's why he has so many cars, because this is not easy thing to build. It's not. It's like building a rocket ship almost. You know, I mean, just piecing everything together and just putting everybody in place and stuff like that. So it's like he's doing the world a favor. Um, and he's teaching people about economics, and that's where a lot of people lack understanding. They don't know where to park their money in the market, and they're just scrambled. And your subconscious mind can only handle but so many things in a 30-minute span. So like, when you lock into like certain courses that he gives, and like you take it serious and you work out every day, your mind changes. You stop jerking off, your mind changes. If you stop, if you quit your job, you sell all your belongings and you start a Shopify store, or an Amazon store, or I'm selling properties on eBay. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I mean, there's just so much information out there. Like, the only people that don't really want to, understand that it works are the people that don't really care about themselves. They don't really care about life. They don't really care about money. I mean, the people that care about money, care about being successful, care about being a millionaire, care about being a billionaire possibly, those are people that's going to join. So, I mean, the people that don't want to join are going to weed themselves out. They're not going to want to be a part of something important because they're just so biased about the stuff that's said about the Tate brothers. But I mean, it's just all political, and just people just trying to steal his money. So I mean, I just think that it's the best $50 that can be spent. As far as like information wise, as far as like I mean, he's giving a lot, and he doesn't really tell people exactly what it is. Is like, if you choose to join, you join, and if you don't succeed, that's because you're not trying. Because there's other people that's working out, that's posting their workouts, posting their daily flex. It's just so much stuff that's on this website that's not on Instagram, it's not on Twitter, it's not on X. It, I mean, if you go on X, there's nothing but porn. At least on here, this is something that keeps your mind like locked into like, okay, I got to make money, I got to become a billionaire. I can't be a brokey. I got to get a Bugatti. I have to work out. I have to learn. I have to keep strengthening my mind, sharpening my tools. Like, this is the system that does that. Everything else is just it's a Ponzi scheme. Everything else, but this right here, you know, if you navigate through the real world correctly, and if you listen, you log on time, you link with the right people, and you're constructive with the 2 hours that he tells you to get on every day, you'll succeed. You'll win. There's people winning on here. There's kids that are 13 fucking years old making money. So that tells me that, you know, this works. This is it. Like, this is the real
Mhm.
deal. It's not just something that I would waste $100 on. Because the first month that I paid for Real World, I didn't even go on because I was arguing with my girlfriend. I was arguing with my mom. I was trying to run my business, and I just, one day I just logged back on, and it said that my membership was ending, and it said return back to slave programming, and that in general, I was like, fuck that. I'm not. I'm gonna just rejoin because Andrew Tate has a marketing concept that, it's golden. He's smart. He's a really smart man. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna keep growing. He's gonna keep growing, and I feel like any young man that wants to be successful, wants to be in shape, wants to, you know, um, like stand for something good, and become creative, I think is the way to go.
Mhm.
Just the courses and just the whole curriculum, the whole system. Um, it's in sync with what's happening in the world. It's in sync with AI. It's in sync with stocks and stuff like that. Just people just want guaranteed results because like the mindset of like a Generation Z is like, I want instant gratification, instant. You know, I want to instantly get paid, but it's not how life works. Like, you put your money into certain things that sells for you, or sells for like this tech giant. If this tech giant just bought 100, billion shares of this, like, why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? He's guiding you towards places to park your capital and make 400% profit or 100% profit. But a lot of people just don't have the money because it's a recession. It's there's 60, like there's 67% uh, of people in the economy doing really bad, but there's also 33% of people that are managing their like assets correctly, have a diverse portfolio, they downsize on whatever they have to like keep making money and just make sure that they're not a part of like the like the 97%. You know, what I mean, there's a lot of people making money. There's young kids making money, and it's the people that's being creative. And Andrew Tate keeps you creative and keeps you driven. And I mean, I'm not just saying this stuff. I truly feel this stuff to the point where I've gotten heated arguments with my girlfriend, like heated arguments. Like, you're not Andrew Tate. Fuck Andrew Tate. I'm like, why? 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 Fuck him. He's a bald head, and just get extremely angry. And I'm like, it's because you're stupid. It's because the stuff that he's saying is on par with what's reality and what's truthful and what's going to make you money and what's going to make you clean yourself up and become the best version of yourself, and not just become a money giant. It's just in general, like in all aspects of life, to the point where I'm fighting my girlfriend in a heated debate over someone I've never met in my life, but has had a huge, significant impact on a whole generation. But she won't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a powerful experience to like like a lot of young men are very fortunate. They're very fortunate young men if you grew up in this time period and you got a chance to ingest some of the information that he's providing. You know, it doesn't matter your race, your color, your size. Like, he can help you out and help you move into an upward spiral. And yeah, and I truly mean everything I'm saying. I'm not a perfect person or nothing, but as far as like making money, as far as like this person like giving good guidance, his whole camp, his brother, they speak very well, and they teach people to believe in themselves and to use their mind and not, speak, like the other 97%. I mean, you just can't be like that if you want the things that he has. Um, the real world has just been extremely beneficial, extremely, and I haven't even gotten, past, I probably haven't even even utilized 25% of that website, but I'm satisfied with it. I'm satisfied with just the obstacles, because it's not something that you can just do in one day. This actually takes time. You have to work towards it to get results. So it's like he actually makes you exercise your brain a little bit more. I mean, people are saying that he's a scammer. It's crazy. It's like, it's haram. He's honestly make you exercise your brain, and to make you think things through, and just push yourself more. And on top of that, he's doing it for kids. He's influencing children, not only grown men. Grown men are influenced, but the children are the person that's impacted the most by this. So if you ask me, I'll tell you join the real world, and I'll tell you to join every month until you figure it out, um, whether it's working for you or not. Until you understand it and take advantage of it. It's probably the best information that's anybody's provided in 6,500 years. And, and honestly, all you have to do is understand and take advantage of it. Like, that's from my swift analysis. And
That was a very comprehensive answer. Thank you. And if people want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
wait, say it again.
If people want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
So my contact information, like me in general.
Just okay. If there's, I think previously you said Instagram. You have Instagram, right?
Yeah,
So
my
just
Instagram
you can give
handle
it
is
out if you want people to, again, to see what you're doing, to follow you or reach out. Then anywhere.
yeah. So my Instagram handle is I am Infinite Intelligence one. Um, and it's pretty much got everything on there that like my entire life, pretty much, like my kids, vehicles, jewelry. Um, I think I have a few celebrities on there, like a couple photos and stuff like that, because I'm not one of these influencers that want a million followers. I'm a person that wants to be well connected. Like, I don't care about having 10 million followers. Like, the power that you have is, like yourself, and like you networking with the people that's important. All the other people are just distractions, and they're just not really. They're just entertainment purposes. Yeah, I'm trying to link with people that are in a higher space than me, and of higher consciousness.
Okay, nice. So we'll add that to the description of the video. And yeah, thank you for coming on for the interview. Some very interesting insights from you that I hope the viewer will get some value out of. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
I appreciate it, buddy.